Okay, what else? A name, an article, clothing that can be hard to get out of. I'm gonna, maybe jeans. Jeans might be on here. Jeans. Oh, I'm out of the way. I don't know. I was gonna say wedding dress. That sounds like it might be hard to get out of. But then I guess it just depends on how your wedding dress, how big your wedding dress is. Oh, maybe, keep second guessing. I keep second guessing myself, but at the same time, sometimes there's ridiculous answers in here. Wardrobe. I was gonna say a snowsuit, like those, you know, those, like maybe a ski suit, like those one-piece outfits. Any type of one-piece outfit might be a little hard to get out of. Also, you don't always know how they're phrasing an answer, so that's a little tricky too. Here goes pants, so I'm definitely gonna say pants is in here. I will put pants here and I will put boots here. I think boots is either number 3 or number 4, but I'll just put them down there. And I still have to finish finding these textiles right here, and then laundry is the last one, the last word right here. Here we go. All right, I have to find turtleneck. It has to be in here. Let me look for neck first, see if I can find neck, and then the word turtle attached to it. Yeah, I don't see it, so I'll move on. See if I could find at least 1 or 2 more words that fit in here. An article, clothing that could be hard to get out of, so I'm gonna say yeah, maybe like a jumpsuit, ski suit, snowsuit. Let's look for the word suit and see if there's something connected to it. Look, here we go, a wetsuit. Look at that. I think wetsuit is probably one of the top answers. Maybe we can find one more. So we got type of clothing, bathing suits, we have swimsuits, we have stockings, maybe stockings. Oh, a sweater. See what I'm saying with the answers? A sweater. I don't know why that would be there, but I guess it depends on what type of sweater you put on. So you just never know what's going to be in the answers. All right, I had to pause for a few minutes. While I paused, I was still looking, but I don't seem to see anything else. So we're gonna go ahead and move on with another puzzle, and then of course we are going to come back. What can I put here? What, this is page 87. All right, I'll just remember page 87. I'm gonna do one more. Name an insect that seems to disappear in the winter. Again, I can only think of maybe two. Look, wait. I see fly right here. That was one of the answers that I thought of. Oh wait, butterfly. Okay, hold on. I'm already finding things. I only had like fly and mosquito in mind, but I'm already finding things. So I'm gonna say a butterfly. I think butterfly is in top 3. Just gonna put it as number 1. I'm also gonna say a mosquito. Maybe a fly. Do you guys see flies in the winter? All right, so I see fly right here. I don't know if I don't think it's part of another word. I'm just gonna put that. I think it might be number 3. I don't see mosquitoes in the winter. So I think it's, yeah, I see it. All right, and now I'm gonna get started with finding all of these words. It's a good amount of words here. Wing, stinger, pets. Here goes pest. Yeah, so sometimes I see a puzzle and I'm like, I only know 2 answers from that. But then you kind of find words or things come to you. So I only need 2 more answers. Hopefully I could actually finish this one. Stinger and wings. What about bees? I'm trying to find these words, but I'm still thinking about this. Bee, maybe? Here goes beetle. Okay, this is here. I don't know, we'll come back to that. Because I see the word bee in here a couple of times, actually. We'll come back to that. What do we got? Curling, antenna, buzzing. I really dislike bugs, by the way. I know they're necessary, I guess, but I really, really dislike bugs. I was on live the other day, maybe like a week or 2 ago, and I showed you guys my frogs, and I fed one of them. And I have a tree frog. They do eat bugs. You can feed them bugs like crickets. They love crickets. Night crawlers, which are just kind of nasty worms. Oh, beetles. Some type of beetles they can eat. I mainly stick with the worms. Over time, I got a little more comfortable grabbing the worms, because I usually wouldn't be the one to feed them. But over time, I've gotten comfortable with the worms. It's still gross to me, but you know, the baby's gotta eat. So I'm fine with the worms. The night crawlers, we actually got the night crawlers for them once. Them things are crazy. Them night crawler worms are huge, and they keep stretch out. Ugh. We didn't get them again because the frogs didn't really like them like that. They love the crickets. Ugh, it's so disgusting. Sometimes I'll get crickets at Petco because they keep them in the containers. Sometimes they have them in containers already. You could grab a container. Sometimes you go to the person behind the counter and let them know how many crickets you want, and they'll grab them out and do everything. But sometimes I go to a local pet store, very small, cramped pet store. They don't really have big pets. They have like fish, and get the crickets, and they have the crickets in just a big tank, and he just goes right in and grabs them. Ugh. 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 I mean, if you own a pet store, you should be comfortable with touching bugs and animals and not be grossed out. So I'm sure they have been there for a very long time and are very comfortable with it. But it threw me off. He just went in and grabbed the amount of crickets I asked for. So we have 3 more words: stinger and wings. Living in New York, we have rats out here. Not in the house, at least not me. I don't have those issues. But I mean, you know, the huge rats you see on social media or whatever, they be out in the street. And I'm never used to it. Anytime I see some people walk by, they'll see a rat and be so unbothered. I scream and run. You would think I'm not from New York. I'm not. I would refuse to get used to that. I am very bothered. Okay. I remember one time I lived in Brooklyn. Brooklyn has a lot of rats. People like to talk crap about the Bronx. Brooklyn has so many rats. Years ago, I was in downtown Brooklyn waiting for, I think I was waiting for the bus. And across the street, it was nighttime. Across the street, there was a group of rats, like 5, 6, 7 rats, a whole big group of them, just hanging out. I think it was a family or something, and I was all the way across the street, just, oh, I was ready to go. I was actually trying to get an Uber, and I could not get an Uber. So I'm like, all right, I will wait for the bus. But I was like, look across the street and see all these rats. Oh, I was so mad. I couldn't get out of there fast enough. I ended up getting finally getting an Uber because the bus was taking long too. But while I was waiting there, people would pass. It was so funny because people were just passing by and I guess not see the group of rats until they passed by. And some people were completely unbothered. And it was almost like the rats were playing a game because they kept going back and forth on the sidewalk. They would be in the dark, you know, like doorway, and then a group passes and then 1 or 2 of them will like run, or they were just like back and forth. And some people were so unbothered. I would have ran. I was almost standing on the bus seats. Like I had my feet up and I was ready to just stand up because I don't know, at any moment they could just run across the street. But it was so funny though because some people would just walk past and be very unbothered, and then you had some people who walk by, like some girls walk by with some guys and the girls were yelling and the guys were like didn't care. It was so funny though and so disgusting. But yeah, you would think living in New York you're like used to things like that. No, I'm not. I'm looking for stinger. I've been looking for stinger. I hope I didn't find it. Here we go. Yeah. And then in Nashville is a whole bunch of miscellaneous bugs like you've never seen. So definitely was not used to that either. But at least I didn't see gigantic rats. So we have 2 more answers left of a insect that seems to disappear in the winter. And I think a bee. Yes, I think bee might be there. I am very ignorant when it comes to, you know, I don't know where butterflies go when it's winter. I don't know where none of these bugs go when it's winter. So for all I know, bees are still out here in the winter. I have no idea. Very ignorant when it comes to this. So please excuse me if it sounds like this may or may not be an obvious answer, but I'm gonna put B. And we have 1 more left. Maybe a spider? I'm honestly just thinking of common bugs. You know? Like you will absolutely see spiders in the summer. Well, at least in Nashville you will. Those things were everywhere. I can't say I see much spiders in New York. In Nashville, everywhere. But I'm gonna say a spider. I could be wrong though. All right, so I'm gonna say my last answer is spider, because I'm gonna move on and we're gonna check all the answers now. We was on page 187, right? I mean 87. So let's see. 87 was clothing. 65. All right. So the answers for this is on page 154. And I'm sure it's gonna be something so obvious. Clothing. All right, so pants was number 1. Bra was number 2. Everything else was the right answers. It was just all about the order. All right, let's see, can I find bra in here? I didn't even think about that at all. Here we go. I couldn't be on Family Feud because I would definitely lose for my family, or they wouldn't be able to rely on me. You know, when they have the 2 X's and then there's that 1 answer left before you get 3 X's. All right, so this is insects. It is on page 151. This is it. And yes, that makes sense. All right, so the number 1 answer is mosquito, then fly, then an ant, then a bee. Butterfly is last. I put butterfly as number 1. I wasn't trying to put them in right order, but I didn't realize butterfly would be all the way down here. And okay, yeah. Don't recall seeing ants in the winter. Where did they all go? Who knows? I think I'm gonna go watch some bug documentaries, to be honest, right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get some good rest, relax, enjoy the rest of your week, your day, and take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.